So, you know, when people see you now, they see you guys, that you've got your cars, you know, they see your strong marriage, they're seeing that you're clean, you're doing, you know what I'm saying? But there was a time when you first came to Global, things were not like that, right?
Correct.
So,
Jeff was crazy as hell.
Yes.
Okay.
Other way.
Yes, it is.
Still is. So go ahead and fill us in on your story.
Okay, now, you want me to be real?
Yes.
Be real.
Now, before I came to Global, my life was purely hell. I say hell. Now, back in the day, Jeff will tell you all that he sold dope for fun. I didn't sell it for fun at all. I sold it as a lifestyle. I sold it for to pay my bills. Back in the day, I sold every kind of cheese that you want to measure, which is called crack. I sold Swiss, mozzarella, and cheddar.
I didn't know that.
I did, and I also smoked weed every single day to take care of my I thought I had to have just to cope with my kids, cope on a daily basis, and everything else.
So weed man, damn you. Okay.
I was looking for it back in the day. I just go to work with a piece of blood on me and everything else, take my lunch break, go smoke, come back to work just high as whatever, stuff like that. So then one day a tragedy hit my household where I had a child that had suffered from a second-degree burn, and I told God, I said, lead me and guide me from all the drug houses. That's all I did. I said, lead me and guide me from all the drug houses. And ever since then, I haven't smoked anything since 2001.
Praise God.
Me and Jeff got married in 2002. My mother was never married. His mother was never married either, so we didn't know anything about marriage at all. Anything at all. The only thing we knew that if you was to get married, you keep the devil out your household. So I said, okay, then let's just go ahead and get married. Whatever we do, we will always be together. I told him a long time ago, when we started having kids, whatever else, I'd have by myself or raising by myself. I said, get on your nerves, get on my nerves, we're not going anywhere at all. And ever since then, we've been married since, like I said, 2002.
Amen.
So Jeff won't tell y'all a little bit of his story, and I back door with it.
So how did, I want to ask you, you want to ask me? How did you hook up with Jeff?
I met Jeff back in 1990.
Okay.
So that was like a long time ago. I met Jeff when I had my first child, he was like 3 months old.
And so when y'all met, was you hustling, Jeff? What was you doing?
No, I was hustling it was a hobby for me.
Yeah.
So I was making like $20,000-$30,000 less than 30 minutes. So it was just like a hobby. I was just.
My Lord, what you did with all that money? You blew that money?
DJ Friday.
I forgot he smoked it up. He was DJ Friday. Smoking it, time to get. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, what happened? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and then, I just got caught in the hustling. I was just hustling. It was just a hobby for me. You know what I'm saying? And just in the streets, me deep. I ain't care about nobody but myself. That's what I'm saying. Now, everything was about Jill. All the time about Jill. I didn't care if I sold dope and you overdosed. It was all about Jill, as long as Jill made his money.
And got high.
And got high.
Okay.
And then you ended up facing some charges, correct?
Yes, I ended up facing, first it was, first I was calling a lawyer and my charges was steep, real steep. I was facing life in prison. And they came and just to clarify, I ain't had to tell on nobody. I just took my charge like a man. They came from life to down to 10 years. And then they said, well, I told my lawyer, I said, no, I ain't taking no 10 years. I said, I'll take 5 years because I had good time. So I was a third-time convicted felon. So he dropped it down to 5 years, and it gave me 2.5, and I did 2.5.
And when did Global fit into all this? Where did it? Yeah.
Since y'all was crazy, both crazy.
Well, I thought it was just Jeff, but
I know I did crazy too. Okay, when did the change happen? Why would you change? What made you change? What made you want change?
The change came when I realized that there was no other way but to change. So I realized ain't no change ain't change to change. And back then, Jeff had caught a charge. And then when he got out, whatever else, he decided he wanted to go a different route. And the route that he went, committed adultery.
Yeah.
And during the time, whatever else, he brought another child to our life, everything else. At the same time, all that was taking place. I was just getting ready to bury my mother. She just passed away. So I realized then that when a tragedy hits your household, that you must change. much change. And then we started going to marriage advisory with after you everything else and stuff like that. We had to sign a contract to say, okay, this is what you got to do in order to get on the right track and stuff like that. And ever since then, we used to come over here to Tuesday night class and hear the word and start applying the words to our life daily. So coming to Global, comes out a whole lot. Because it wasn't for Global, Pastor Jefferson, Pastor Dee, Pastor Charles, Pastor Sheena, the rest of the pastors. I mean, and I'll tell you where we'd be right now today. I'll be dead. I'd like to be jail, whatever else. I mean, because back in the past, if you look over your lifestyle and you say that you don't look way anymore wrong. I mean, like I said, my life is completely black. Like I said, we used to have black art back into our windows. That's very demonic. Now these days, you can go to whatever else, pass by. I mean, you see nothing but lights.
That's right.
So I mean, we had to realize that.
So, Jeff, amen. I remember. Tell me what happened when we first met. When we first met, what happened that started?
You know, I really, when I was riding, like I said, I was still hustling. I was in my sister's car. I still was hustling, and I said, "Gotta be a better way." I said, "Gotta be a better way." And I knew Pastor Jefferson from school, and you know, and I say, and then I was just passing down Elliott Street, and I seen him, and I drove by the house, and I did a legal turn. I backed up in the middle of the street, and I parked in front of his house, and I didn't know he was a pastor, and so I gave my life to Christ right there in front of his house.
Come on.
Everybody. I didn't care what nobody think. I wanted change, you know, and I raised my hands up, and everybody was blowing and saying my name and everything else. I just wanted change.
I know when you was doing that, and we was praying, you was asking Jesus to come live in you, giving your life. People was blowing their horn, Cooper, jail. They were screaming his name. I said, man, this dude know a lot of people. Y'all, listen, I'm talking about passing by and blowing their horn. There was at least 6 people passed by and saw blowing their horn. But they seen him crying and his hands lifted up, giving his life to Christ. It was one of the most powerful times of my life, seeing somebody get saved.
Yeah, because we, at first, man, I'm going to tell you, like you said, it was pure hell. We used to walk to church. We wanted God. We wanted change so much. We stayed over there by Pineville High School.
Tell them, man. Come on.
We stayed by Pineville High School, and we used to walk downtown to church every day. And Mr. Willie Perry used to give us a ride. He used to give us a ride to church.
That's hard. Man, that's such a person. So,
I just want to, if we can just close up with just, what is your life like now? How's it changed? What is it like now?
Right now, like I said, our life right now is such a peace. You know what I'm saying? Right now, a man that sold drugs all his life didn't graduate from high school because I had a bad appendix surgery, and I ain't want people to laugh at me because they laughed at me all my life. And so I'm seeing the life, and it just changed, just turned around. All I want is God now. And I don't no drugs, none of that. I don't do drugs. I don't take drugs. And you know, my life didn't change.
but I watch you guys. Y'all guys working. Y'all work like a team, a partner. That's really more not who's the head. It's really we're partners. I watch how y'all do things, man. Like Anita, you say that you believe in Jeff. Respect that. Here, I have never seen y'all act a fool in public. You know, I'm just sitting and thinking. I say, you know what? I've never seen them out of 20 years act a fool in the public. Y'all always respect each other. I'm gonna give y'all.
One thing before that, I never call my wife a bitch. I never call my wife a hoe. I never call my wife out of name. I never put my hands on my wife. None of that. I always respect her.
You know what they do? That's why you tell me all these people. Jeff know what the real is. That's why they whoop Jeff all the way back to church. Pastor Charles right now. You better not. Pastor Charles right. Well, thank y'all, guys. We ran out of time. Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.